I wanted to share this thought with you because I was on the airplane.
Yeah.
And there was a really obese woman sitting next to me, really obese. Okay. Yeah. And she's sitting in the window. I'm sitting in the aisle, first class, obviously. Right, Tom?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, whoa, like she's really big. I wonder if she's going to be able to fit in the seat. You know what I mean? Like, will she spill over into mine?
Yeah.
I keep these thoughts to myself, obviously.
Of course. But
I am thinking these thoughts of like, whoa, how is this going to go down? And I noticed that she's big. She's trying to get her seatbelt on. She can't. And then very quietly and very lovely and discreetly, the flight attendant hands her an extender, like kind of tucks it in. And I was like, that's so nice, right? And then she starts getting into the seatbelt extender. Well, what I noticed about myself is I pretended like I didn't see the flight attendant hand her the extender. Mm-hmm. And then in my head, I congratulated myself for being compassionate.
Yeah.
And like, aren't I noble that I pretended to not notice that she's morbidly obese and that she needed that thing? And like, I really patted myself on the back.
And also you tell yourself, like, good acting job, right? Where you're like, I've done that too. Where I was like, I really sold that, you know? Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Where you see it and then you like,
yeah.
Oh, I missed that totally. And you're like, I saw that, but I sold that so well. Nobody knows. Yeah. And you're like, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a good person.
Yeah. Like I totally patted myself on the back for being like this really compassionate, high-minded, nice person who like I didn't want to further her shame.
Yeah. I'll tell you another one I do. I sometimes I'll compliment a woman, but only if she's notably unattractive. And then I'll be like, that was a really nice gesture.
Yeah,
today.
you really did something good.
Yeah.
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 But do you do it to feel good about yourself?
Well, I can tell that like she's not getting it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll do that and then I'll be like,
that's a good job.
That was really nice of you, you know?
I totally do that too. Yeah. Or like if there's somebody in a wheelchair in public coming at me.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't look at the fact that they're missing a leg or something.
Yeah.
And I'll like intentionally like not stare at it, and I'll be like, look how good of a person I am that I didn't even look over there.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to look and see what they were missing or what was going on, but I didn't because I'm so noble.
The other
so
one
good.
I do is I'll treat somebody with a disability like just like a person. Like I'm serious. And
you'll go out of your way.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, do you know what time it is? And
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you know, it's 1:30, and I'll be like, oh, thanks, man. I just don't want to miss this. And the whole time I'm like, look at like the gesture of like making them feel like you want to talk to. I don't want to talk to them, but I know that that they're not getting talked to a lot. You know? So and then I'll leave and I'll be like, I made that person think that I just randomly started a conversation. I was trying to give them a little dose of humanity, you know. Yeah, and I'll be proud of myself. Like the rest of the day, I'll be like, you deserve a treat. Yeah. Yes.
Well, yeah, like, okay, so there was this guy that had real, like, pre-Asperger's that I met the other day. And I treated him like a normal person.
Yeah.
And I felt really, and I was like, oh, really? Like, tell me more about that video game you're interested in or whatever. And, like, I really listened to him.
Yeah.
And it's so selfish. I'm like, am I just, like, I am being nice, so that's a win. But then am I a piece of shit because I'm sitting here congratulating myself about what a great person I am? Like, what's the motivation, rad. You know?
Yeah. I know exactly how you feel.
But are we pieces of shit? Because
well, yeah, but we're still doing the right thing in each of those scenarios.
Right. Like you're doing the right thing, but then you're not supposed to admit that you get a zing out of like being a high-minded.
No, but I mean, it's a good feeling. Like,
right. But am I a piece of shit for having that good feeling?
No, you're not a piece of shit for having that good feeling, but, you know, I mean, basking in it a little bit.
I do.
Right?
I'm like, I'm so good.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I'm so noble.
I do the same thing.
So
and it feels right. It feels good. It does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Because I was so proud of myself that I treated that obese woman like a regular person, you know?
Yeah. You know, the danger, by the way, when I compliment the unattractive woman is that she'll be like, oh, let's continue this conversation. I'm like, I already did the good deed. I did the nice thing.
That's enough.
You got enough.
Yeah.
thank you for watching that highlight here from YMH Studios. That was a highlight or a clip, whichever word you prefer. You watched it, and there are so many more little bite-sized episode things. They're just click them. Maybe it's someone screaming or bleeding. Maybe it's just laughing at someone, making fun of them.